Welcome aboard, everyone.
What exactly is AlgoBox, and why do our traders absolutely love it?
Michael Othrew.
Alrighty then, are you ready? Let's go. It is, wow, it's already Thursday. Week is flying by. Good morning. It is about 8 minutes before the US Open. I am a few minutes late here. Normally like to get started there at 9 a.m. We had some pretty gnarly thunderstorms in the area here in Dallas, and I had a basketball goal down and some other stuff out in the yard needed to get put back together. Just stuff, you know, stuff in life. The things that make life a little bit exciting and fun. Let's go. Control R here, remove all drawing objects. Let me enable full auto. Across the boards. Arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on. Times 6. I'm doing that across 6 instruments up top here. We'll go over that tomorrow in Full Auto Friday. You are brand new with us. Hang tight, we got some really cool new formatting along with our new code release. You might notice that on the version that I'm using right now, the backgrounds are a little bit different. We've got some nice gradient modernized stuff going on here with the chart colorings. Oh no, my desk cam is out over here. I'll have to unplug, replug. Let me try that actually.
Double delta NQ on the 4.
Oh, I didn't hear it come back on. I didn't hear the little dink sound when it came back on. Plugged it in. Try switching scenes here. Switch. Let's see if it, no, it's not coming on. Oh, bummer. Alright, hopefully the power outage didn't zap it. Get the chat here on screen. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Tom K. Good morning, Panda. Good morning, Captain Rex. Good morning, Dak. Good morning, Mr. Gardner. Good morning, David. Douglas. Timco in the house. Good morning, Plutonium. Mr. Carson. Blackouts in the house. Pablo. Dropping the coffee bombs. Thank you, sir. Motivator.
Enigma short on the YM2.
Let's see. Good morning, Windrider. MZ. Good morning, KC. Good morning, Jansta. Top Gun. KC. Mr. Hendricks. What's up, Pete? Dork is in the house. That means you know we're ready. Oh, speaking of, right. As Dork hits the like button. Look what you did. Look what he did. You guys do the same. Smash that like button. Thumbs up. We got a thumbs up right in the middle of the Flowmaster. So I need to mark this little bad boy right here. We've got a little bull in here who wants to make some money. Pop quiz. How many ticks does the little bull want to make? How many ticks? See who's been taking their notes while they're getting through training. We've got 4 minutes. 125, that's right. So I'm gonna get a measure right in the middle of this bad boy up, and that might hit us right at the high of day. Nope, it's shy of it. 125 is right here, which is going to probably put us into high of day if it makes its run. And we get the expansion up above us here. All right. We've got a big, well, little bull. But you know, they're big, right? It's big, but we know we have to distinguish between little bull and big bull. Big bull is what size delta flagging do we need for a big bull? So we know 500 is little bull. What size do we need for the big bull? Blackout, that's right, 1,000. We need 1,000. So if you see 1,000 come up in there and he's double the trouble, double the target. He wants 250. Now, mind you, these numbers apply to the NASDAQ. You have to apply them differently on ES, RTY, and the Dow, and take numbers into account appropriately for their distances.
FIB.NQ on the 4, DCDMNQ on the 2.
All right, open coming up in 2 minutes. Let's warm up financialjuice.com. If you have been trading for any amount of time, you are probably familiar now with that service, inside or outside of us, financialjuice.com, where all traders get their audio news pretty much. I don't know if anybody using anything else anymore. Don't forget 80% off with Apex. If you're grabbing Apex accounts, use code AlgoBox. And if you're part of our discipleship program, don't forget you get a big fat discount on joining with us. If you are joining with us during your 2-week free trial. Commit to going, you know what? I have seen the awesomeness. Sign me up. Get in during your 2-week free trial. We also always give you the best discount offer opportunity, the same as Black Friday, if not better. Welcome aboard all the new folks who've got questions. We do have the ability to schedule a call with us on a website. Click schedule a call up there. We'll get to it. We got 45 seconds to the US Open. We'll be trading there till the coffee time, 10:10. And then around that time, hang tight. We're going to go over one specific lesson here today. We're going to talk teaching and training. Even though it's not Mentorship Monday, we're going to talk about one technique, tip, trick, or strategy, or maybe some kind of major component of AlgoBox every day at our coffee time window. All right, DDSR right at the bottom here. Let's see if they fake. I'm expecting a head fake down and a pop-up here. Let's see if we get it. Yep, there it goes. Yeah, I was too chicken to hit it right there at the open, but that's a perfect DDSR to the long side, especially back behind, knowing that the little bull's in there. Super fast action here at the open. Super fast. Whoa. Super fast. All right, down into a 19.8 back behind it. The little bull didn't quite make his 125 and got smacked down up top there into PRZ cross after the 19.8. There's some more selling.
Lower bands touch NQ.
Wow, the drill down.
Short on the
More.
double delta.
Headshot down. R1 just down below us.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 89.
Seeing Walmart rising 3.8% at the open after boosting sales outlook. S&P 500 opens 1.5%.
There's a crab. HMD sliced through back into big,
CoreWeave shares.
I'm sorry, little bull territory. They let him out. Look, they let him out. Do you see that? Type of 1 if you know. We've been through this several times. People have still been having questions around this concept. If, well, he didn't really get trapped because he technically could have made some money in here, so I don't want to say that. But in general, when they run that right back up to them, it generally means they didn't make any money prior. They'll get them the opportunity to get out before moving against them. The big guys work together. They like to play together. Okay, we got a DCR, power DCR in here. I got my finger over the cell.
Double delta NQ on the 4.
We pop into that neutral. There's a 6-4 all the way back to we are sitting in strong buy.
Double delta NQ.
All right, I'm going to toe on the water here, a little quarter position. See if we get a little splash. I need to figure out where I'm going to put my stop on this one. It's a little bit tricky. There's a cross. Yikes. Hearing buyers come in on the tape here. 8-1.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 30. NQ on the 30.
There we go. And I'll go ahead and close it out there real quick for 13.08. Head fake up and the drop down after the touch. Beautiful. Now, normally I want to see 3 crosses inside of the zone. We got a weird set of crosses right underneath it. There. Okay, there's an Enigma. Quarter position. Terrible entry. Terrible entry there. That can't be good. Okay, now I can get in around the 13. Oh, they're pushing up over it. Okay. Yikes. Okay, getting into a trap here, up into the top of the channel.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the
Seuss. Oh, wow. Look at that snappiness. Holy shnikes. All right, I'm going to half out on my POE.
Fib.NQ on
Red dot, add to position. Wow, I'm getting snapped. Can't even hardly walk through it, talk through it. Too fast.
Divergence up NQ on the 9.
All right, I'm going to close it there on the HMD diamond. Got a little lucky on that one because terrible entry off the first. Little splash down. It went 35 ticks and then yanked up here. Still have not touched into neutral. Thought it was going to go neutral. I kind of jumped the gun on it.
Fib.NQ on the 2. Lower bands touch NQ on the 30. Double delta NQ.
Ooh, cluster.
Double delta.
Big cluster. Super AO on the higher time frame. Watch out right here. Super AO
Bands touch
and a giant cluster. So this is going to be a big area. At some point, I'm going to go ahead and mark it up.
lower bands touch NQ.
Mark it in blue. Yep. There she goes.
Enigma
Okay, I'm going to
long
make that a
on
little bit of a
2.
odd different color there to stand out. So if we hit that again later today, we'll remember that it was a major area. So if I get a play in there, we'll have it marked up here. I'm going to save workspace as I've done a couple of drawings here now.
Fib.NQ on the 2. Fib.NQ on the 9. DCDMNQ on the 4.
I think I missed a big bear in here somewhere. Didn't a big bear come in? Yes. Okay, we have a monster bear. Oh, it's right off the backside. Interesting. Okay. How long did he go? To right there to the 19.8.
Two finger
He started right here at the bottom. Wow, it's a very short zone.
Enigma long on the NQ on the 4.
They just drilled 1500.
Upper bands touch
Okay.
NQ on the 30.
Let's see if they went. Did he go 250?
Bands touch NQ on the 34.
There's 250 zone. I think it actually did.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 34. Upper bands touch NQ on the 34. Double delta NQ on the 2. Upper bands touch NQ on the 34. Fib.NQ on the 2.
That's the 250.
Fib.NQ.
Ooh, we missed it by a hair. Didn't quite get there. Both sides of this not quite getting to their target and then yanking back around. There's two. It's a power headshot. I'm going to half position short on that. On the power headshot and close for 50 ticks. Let's go. 4,202 on the power headshot. It's getting a little spicy and dicey. You can feel it. Almost feels like it's kind of almost kind of lagging right now with this amount of speed. 936. Snapping big time.
NQ on the 34. Double delta lower bands touch NQ on the 34. Lower bands touch NQ on the 34. J hook long NQ on the 4.
So power headshot in there. There was a red dot inside there. Remember, after the 14.9 kind of signaled to me, we're in the defense leg area. This was the second cross. Remember, I like to start going in on the second and the third cross inside of a defense leg. If you're taking notes, inside of a defense leg, I'm looking for number 2 and number 3.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
Alpha Omega cross inside of
Two fingers down
the defense leg. You don't know what we're talking about? You will after you get through the 8-day boot camp. Currently free on the website. It will go behind the paywall when the website is completed. There's a level 20. I'll go a half position. Instantly down 30 ticks. 5,274. Rocking out 5K with a little Enigma level 20. Instantaneously snapping that one down. Beautiful play there off of the 20. Other than the fact that I wish I would have gotten a little bigger on that. But man, that was popcorning into it. Snapped it right at the top of the zone. I like it. I'll snag it for a bag. And it ended up being more of a T2. It's a T1 and T2 off of that hit there. Still only 9:37. We are still only 7 minutes past the US Open. A lot of activity here today. Super high volatility.
Double delta NQ on the 4.
Not exactly normal. Okay, we got a double ready DD. I should be taking the next play, whatever it is. Let's see. Looking for a structural entry. We just pierced the dot. Could use the piercer. There's a double cross, double move. There is a power headshot, 12.1. Could snag that. I'm up 5K here, trying to be a little more cautious now. I've pretty much wound up the day there. I think that is 4 trades. Should be focused here on looking at my bonus now. I just want a little kicker now. If we could find a nice little play in here somewhere.
Double delta
in between probably these two zones.
NQ on the 4.
Neither of them touched. So this one, they just grazed it
NQ on the
way back there, and we came way down. And then to the short side down here, with that big bear that stepped in, big guy, 3x
2-finger NQ on the 34.
in size because it was 1500, and he wanted to get right there. Also another one just kind of grazed it, didn't get inside of his target, so likely to float in between these two here. So looking for plays right around this area, looking for plays right around this area. Stuff here in the middle is going to be tricky, or look for continuations into those targets if we get a good play. There we go. First time we touched a moderate sell here, I believe all morning.
34.
No, 935, we briefly touched it. Back to neutral. Currently inside of the fiddle zone. Best plays outside the fiddle zone. If I'm going to take a trade inside the fiddle zone, I need to have two things with me. What are they? Pop quiz. Inside the fiddle zone. If I'm going to take a play inside the fiddle zone, I want two things.
Short on the NQ3.
The nerd,
NQ on the 34.
aka the MacV Ultimate, the nerd, and the arrow of my local MacV chart. You don't know what I'm talking about there? That's all right. Go through the 8-day boot camp, and when we get to that lesson, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. DDSR reversal opportunity potentially right here. 940. There she goes. Oftentimes end up being around a 70 tick move off of a DCR, and I'm still happy to grab a 40 bag off of a DDSR. It's already pretty much made its move. I bet it's already gone 70. It's gone 122 off of that DDSR. DDSR stands for double delta shift reversal. Right there. That's what we call that when they come together like that.
Those comments from Shadow Streamer
Touch
of
NQ
Bloomberg
on the
TV.
34.
DDSR for the reversal right there. Pretty clear on one of those. Super AO. Pretty standard operating procedure on that one. Went up 92 ticks off of the Super AO.
Enigma short on the NQ4.
Super high volatility here this morning, so still need to be cautious.
Enigma short on the
There's an Enigma short here. I'll go ahead and quarter position on that. There's 30. All the way down into a Super AO. 6,600 on the day off of the Enigmas, pushing down. Let's go into Super AO. As I had just been saying, if we get a good play opportunity, a strong, something, it would have to be strong. Well, you don't get much stronger than double Enigma. All the way down to the big bear target. He's almost there. I'll still look for another slap here if they let me. They're going to give me another slap. Give me another spot to slap here. Coming up fast. Probably not going to last. Need a play. Double dot long. Looking for a short. We have moderate. Okay, there's a Mega Late Nate, and there's my entry shot here. Super AO. There's a 30. There's a 40 bag. And I'll hold it right there for 50. 8,600 on the day. Let's go. Let's go. Could have sized a little better in there. Probably would have been at 10K if I sized it a little bit better, but come on. I'm not going to take that. Of course I'm going to take that. Of course. We've got a beautiful confluence play set up there on the high time frame. I'm sure you also saw this. If you've got your charts loaded up appropriately, you should have seen the power HMD headshot over here on the right as well. You see it, type of 1 if you're having fun, 2 if you're new, and 3 of course if you're still here to just troll me. It's all right. Admit it. Type that 3. You'll be all right. Another Super AO. I'm going to quick quarter position here on this, but I'm hearing popcorn like crazy. This could be dangerous. What time is it? 9:43? We do. We got a red dot here. I'm going to add to my position. Did it go more than 30 ticks against me? I'm going to pretend as though it did here. So if we do touch my POE, I will half out. Okay. Oh, man, I got snapped. Yikes. Okay. Wow. As it touched my POE, I got snapped on it. Double king timing. I'm going to add to position here. See if I get the dropout back down inside. There we go. Half at the 5. Does it have any more in it?
Says AI is not yet translating into productivity gain.
60, 70 ticks. Right at the bottom of the little bear. I'm sorry, little bull. Seuss.
Double delta NQ on the 34.
And I'll take my targets filled right there for 10K on the day. Let's go. 10,767 for the target. Started with the Super AO, added on the red dot inside after the drilling on the high time frame. You also saw this over on the right. We had a fibella dot into a divergence. So you had a divergent fib dot into the bowl area with a little triple tap. See that? 1, 2, and 3. You had the 3 crown, triple crown. They're going down. Beautiful play there from the top down. That moved 133 ticks. Plenty to make out of a spot like that. Super scalping. Beautiful play for 10K on the day. Let's go.
This baby, I know it's been crazy. You don't see me, it's exhausting. City to city, cause I'm shiny, boys is popping. You keep making plans, babe, I'm sorry, I keep flopping. Call me late at night, cause I love it when you talk. You don't matter where I go with you, not here, it's just not on. No, I can't let go without you near me.
The video is still on the feed for you to watch.
Fib.NQ on the 34.
Fed's bar says stock market is influencing spending and work
Fib.NQ on the 4. Divergent on the 34.
Let's go. Let's go. 5 figures on the day. Gotta celebrate that. Gotta celebrate it. What are we, 15 minutes past the US Open? Let's check the news. Heard a few things come in over the wires on audio. We have 10 a.m. existing home sales coming up in about 13 minutes. Existing home sales numbers. Eurozone consumer confidence flash also at 10 a.m. Then a half hour after that, we'll have nat gas numbers. It's a Thursday. Most of the time on a non-holiday week, it's going to come out on Thursday at 10:30 a.m. On Wednesday, you have crude oil inventory numbers. And on Thursday, you have nat gas numbers, 10:30 events on the regular that we talk about in our training program. Gigantinormous red shark on the ES Tide.
Fib.NQ on the 2. Double delta NQ on the 9 on the 89.
E-mini Badger, you're up 42.20 on the day. I'm sorry, 52.20. 5K on the day. Well done, sir. Okay, here's a shot. Here's a spot to take a short here. I'm not taking it right now. I just hit my 10K, but that is a beautiful DCR, power DCR into the high of day with a Super AO. Yeah, handing out another scalper's dream right there. for a, let's see how many ticks that came down here. Off the top on that down move, that's 95 ticks. It doesn't look like much here. We're playing off of the AlgoBox 4s due to the speed and high volatility right now, but that's worth 95 ticks for the drop. And well, there it goes. It's over 100 ticks now off of that play. Do you see the power of AlgoBox? If you're new, by now you should. It's painstakingly obvious, in my opinion. Is it obvious to anyone else? If you agree with me, type a 1.
on the 34.
2, if you're new and maybe you disagree, you're like, nah, I'm still not quite getting it. 2, if we still need to review. And yes, as Brian says, after those trolls yesterday, I think it deserves a special song. Oh, should we play the troll song?
On the GC2.
I think we might have to play the troll song. We'll wait for our coffee time, and yeah, we'll drop one of our fun troll songs. And then we're going to do lessons today at 10:10. We are going to cover one lesson.
Fib.NQ on the 2. Fib.NQ
and open up for questions there at 10:10.
NQ on the 34. Fib.NQ on the lower bands touch NQ on the 34.
Don't forget to join us for a Mentorship Monday. On Mondays, we go over a lot of the brand new stuff.
This is Bloomberg TV. They're just showing the video from YouTube.
And we've started a new thing in the afternoons around 2 o'clock when we're doing the afternoon session. We will be doing teaching training sessions for the new folks. If you just came by, dropped in the morning, and you want to learn kind of what we do, you're like, what did I just watch here? Stay tuned for the afternoon, and we're going to do some quick training on what you're doing here, how things work. We'll go over the trades of the day as well. So if you're like, I didn't know what that trade was that you took earlier, like, can you play that back? At 2 o'clock, we're going to review the trades of the day. Generally, it's going to be around 4 or 5 trades. Oh, I did have a bonus in there, didn't I? I'll go ahead and flip that. So you're like, hey, what's this whole gaming thing you're talking about where you got 5 lives lined up like this, plus a bonus? What is all that about? You want to learn about that? Talk about it in our 2 o'clock afternoon quick training. We'll do a trade review for those who are not new, and you'd be bored if you were coming into the new stuff. So this afternoon style should cover 2 things. Should cover for the new folks,
Fib.NQ on the 4.
or kind of getting started with us, and then for the folks who've been around a while, you're like, you know, I might have missed the live stream here today, but I sure would like to review those trades that you took today. That'd be awesome. So I'm going to be doing those 2.
FedsBar says that conservative inflation is still at 3%.
E-Mini Badger, you're putting it on. Putting it on.
You on the 4.
Let us know where everybody's at there in the chat. Everybody type your P&L there in the chat. If you want to share your P&L, that would be awesome.
Double delta NQ on the 4. Double delta NQ on the 4. Upper bands touch NQ on the 3.
We do have a posted results section on the left-hand side of Discord. I do encourage people to post their entire performance report, not just their P&L necessarily.
Upper bands touch
Let's see if I can get this over here. Oh.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 34.
Windows always trying to be helpful.
4. Enigma short on the GC2. NQ on the 34. Upper bands touch NQ on the 34.
100%. Was this you yesterday, Timco? Nice job, sir. 12K on the day. Oh, I think he's forwarding someone else's here. Let's see, who is this one from? Go to the Monday one. Plutonium. Knocking down 12K yesterday. Beautiful. Beautiful work there. Thank you guys for sharing those. If you are, it helps us out. I appreciate Timco forwarding this in here for everybody. But if you'll save Timco the extra step, if you guys would share your P&Ls, I love it when you guys are sharing it in public. But if you share it in 2 places, just type hashtag posted results and drop those in our posted results section as well. And if you have
lower bands touch NQ on the 30.
You got your certs and payouts. We got an awesome certs and payouts room there. Let's see if this one works. Good job, Patrick. Way to go, sir. You got your pending payouts. Awesome. You got payout certificates. Please share them with us. A lot of people come like, I know, I'm a
Fib.NQ on the 4.
You know, I self-funded, so we don't talk about it as much as I should, because I know everybody loves using the trader funding programs. So please showcase your work there. Drop those in the certificate payout section on the left-hand side. Would be awesome. Don't forget, we do have a prayer room, prayer requests area there. If you need prayer, go check that out. I think we all need a little prayer, but if you've got something specific you'd like us to be praying for, drop that there as well. We would love to pray for you and your family. If you don't know how to get into Discord, there should be a link there down in the description, or head to algoboxpro.com and click on the trade room. That is our Discord trade room where you get access to, we just hung up. We got to pray for my computer. My computer's locking up.
Upper bands touch NQ emergency down NQ on the 34. Double delta NQ on the 34. Upper bands.
Okay, they're getting wild here right in front of the high of day. High of day is that green dashed line up above. Remember how I was saying earlier that we're probably going to be playing in between those two lines? I mean, did we come right back into it, and we tapped 1, 2, 3 times again here, and headache all the way down. I think we've come down here at least twice since the open, and back run ups multiple times now.
Upper bands touch NQ on the.
What's our time? 9:54. So we still have about 6 minutes until the housing numbers come out. The bots are up 600. They're almost at their kind of, again, I want to hit them when they get to about, oh, there it is. And as I say it, up 1K here, I'm flattening, and wow, that all that movement. We got slipped on the exit. Yikes, $845 for the bots. Let me go ahead and turn them off on the bots. Closing out positions there.
Enigma short on the NQ4.
Bots contributing. Nice job. Let's hear it for the bots. Let's get some claps there in the chat.
NQ on the 34.
Bruh.
They're like, no.
Double delta
With Firefly. Another one.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 34 on the 2.
Excellent work. Excellent work.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 34.
For the bots, what's today? The 20th?
On the 34.
All right, so there's
NQ on the 2. Fib.NQ on the 34.
how the day has played out there so far.
NQ on the 4.
Sure, that's set to always on top here. Makes things easier.
Double delta NQ on the touch NQ on the 34. Upper bands touch NQ on the 34. Upper bands down NQ on the 9. Upper bands touch.
All right, we're seeing a move up here.
Upper bands on the 34. Upper bands touch NQ on the 34.
So they broke high of day there. Let's see, we just got a 6.8 on the optimized range. Delta shift into a structure here, so we might get a reversal right here. Again, I'm not really ready to touch it until that popcorn comes off the tape. I'm hearing popcorn like crazy. This is a triple crown. There's a triple crown now on the MACV. Triple crown. Let's see what happens here. We're getting the triple tap, and we're going to come back in. That would be my expectation, unless it just got absolutely wild in there. That is traditionally called a 3 drives when you have kind of a perfect angle. How many of you guys have heard of the 3 drives? Have you guys heard of a 3 drive?
Touch NQ on the 89.
Or is that a new thing for you guys? Someone new like me, trader funding lets me participate without throwing my own money at it. I do plan to go self-funded one day. Yeah, and I do think that's the right way to do it. I think that's kind of the dream play scenario. Run it up, pay yourself, then go to the best trader funding program in the world, which is self-fund. Y'all heard of the fund called the self-fund is the best. This looks weird on this layout. Yeah, fix that up one day. Maybe make that look a little better.
NQ on the 34.
All right. News coming. That's right. Thank you, Pablo, for the reminder. News coming out in 1 minute 30 seconds. Housing numbers on the way. One of the things that can be tempting with AlgoBox is there's a lot of play opportunities. It's not hard to know when to trade. The biggest trick in trading is knowing when not to trade. Knowing when not to trade. Having those filters. Now, I know I'm not talking through every single filter that's going on here, but I am applying the filters in real time. Obviously, it had to be very fast here this morning with the amount of speed that was going on there this morning. But if you are going through the training program, you'll learn about the fiddle zone filter over here. This is an important area that your eyeballs should always kind of be on. Have this in a important place on your charts. And of course, this one's pretty obvious. We know it literally says it right there, direction filter up top there.
Bank new business.
And don't fiddle in the middle. So if there's plays in there where you'll see me kind of skip through, oftentimes is in this meandering zone inside of here. And if I am going to cover this, I've already said this at least once here earlier today, that if I'm going to take a play inside of this fiddle zone area, then I need two things with me. I need the direction filter, aka the nerd, and the arrow. So when I say that's my two-step filter rule, that arrow right now, what color is that arrow? That'll tell you the filter color, right? That arrow right there, it's red. But I also need the direction filter. Were both of those in play right there? They were not. And you see how it avoided any kind of nonsense in there? Right? I want both with me if I'm going to take a play inside of that zone. Very simple filtering. Very simple. Rules-based entry system, and then you take plays off of your cheat sheet. So if you are brand new, check out the cheat sheet here. Get one of these printed out for yourself. There are 2 sheets.
Mine is 14 spot 2.
And I do expect you to learn all of them as you go through teaching and the training sessions. However, you need to pick 4 or 5 to master, in my opinion. Now, when you install for the first time, you're going to get the 5 chart layout like this. That will teach you how to read from left to right as you follow those arrows there. And then when you get really good, if you want to narrow it down to just 3 charts, the flag layout, the 3 charts there, you can do that once you are ready to go. Speaking of ready to go, you're getting ready. There's only twice a year that Apex does their 80% off, and they're currently doing that right now. So if you're wanting to grab some, right now would be the time to do it. Make sure you use code AlgoBox so you can be part of the discipleship program there with us and save on the AlgoBox pricing as well. It is Black Friday time. The Black Friday offer is there on the website. The website's almost done, but we've got to do one shift over to get the client portal online. Once the client portal is online, we will be putting those bootcamp videos behind the client portal, so get them while they are free. Go check them out there on the website.
We have also posted.
Love that fiddle zone indicator. I don't know what I'd do without it. That does bring up a good point. You can actually apply the fiddle zone filter to this entry chart. I don't have it onto mine. I find it a little bit distracting. It goes in and out of it too often sometimes for me, especially on the NASDAQ, because you know how she is. She's a little bit crazy, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have it turned on, but you can color the background with the fiddle zone coloring. In fact, I think that's going to be one of the topics that we cover here at 1010. So in about 8 minutes, we're going to do a quick training on one of our concepts. We're going to do the fiddle zone indicator, showing how you can apply that fiddle zone to the lower time frame chart. Thank you, Timco. Did you just drop me a link to it? The man's reading my mind, bro. Thank you, sir. The no fiddle zone. Perfect. So we'll go over that section here today. And let's see, do I have a video with that one?
Lower bands touch NQ NQ on the 34. Touch NQ on the 89. Lower bands touch NQ on the 34. Lower bands touch NQ on the 34. NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 2. Fib.NQ on the 9. Fib.NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 2.
See Walmart shares extend gains, now up 6%. Tesla shares rising 5+6%.
Double delta NQ on the 2.
You know, that's one that we don't quite have yet, I don't think.
Enigma short on the NQ3. J-hook long NQ on the 4.
So can somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to go into our video bank here. So I don't think we have one completed out for the fiddle zone. Now I have one that I've done where I've walked through it. Obviously I've walked through it many times, but we are creating these, we have these professional videos done. I don't know if we have one for fiddle zone.
Enigma short on
So all of our concepts have individual videos associated with them. If you go into our documentation, each of them is linked to one of these. Headshot, Super AO, Defense legs, a big one. Alpha Omega, recency is key, masher, PRZ, cross entry, double dot. Super moons, DCDMs.
Enigma short on the NQ2. Fib.NQ on the 9. Low.NQ on the 2 leading index month over month.
You change yours to the 0 line. Yeah, and I do sometimes put the 0 line one on when it's completely flat. I definitely don't want to be trading, right?
Enigma long on the NQ.
Haven't done it yet. Okay, Zed. And we have actually two. Thanks, Zed. Yeah, I know yours hasn't, but I thought Khaled. We have a couple of video editors around here that work with us, and I believe. Let me ping Khaled on the shorter version of that, whether he's got that on his list already. But yeah, I don't see that there. So the good news is, because it's not there, we're going to cover multiple topics here today. So we will hit the no fiddle zone, and then I'm going to pick one other concept to go over here today at coffee time, which is in 5 minutes. So the news release came out here. You can tell we had some pretty big volatility come in there. I like to sit on hands for 2 minutes before, 3 minutes after, and yeah, you can see that zone. It's literally from here to here where the housing numbers came in. Don't really see a clean setup there other than outside behind that red zone. We got 3 crosses. But that's there's no simple, there's not like a headshot, there's not like an Enigma in there, no Super AO. So not really an easy play around that zone where the news came in.
NQ on the 4. Divergence up NQ on the 9.
10:07 now, so about 3 minutes till coffee time.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 34. DCDM NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 34.
One of the docs, but not like the other one. Yeah, that's kind of what I saw. Is we have the lengthier explanation video where, like I said, I've done it. I know where I've walked through and talked through concepts.
Touch NQ on the
but we're also trying to do, you know, professionally done items. Unlike a lot of the other Muppetry that's out there. You guys are like, buy my Discord, follow my signals, guys. I'll tell you when to press the buttons.
NQ on the 9.
You don't need technology. I'd rather use my abacus and hand draw things while I'm on my Uber routes, texting you with my other hand while I keep my hand on the wheel.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Oh, switch dot. Let's see if we get a switch dot short here.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 89.
Good morning, Kazi. Yeah, that's a good way to do it, where at least on the flat line, right? Like you really don't, if you're on the flat line, right, you really want to go like, do not play right here. Or it will also kind of give you a warning right ahead of time. You know what I like about that concept? You know, I think I'm going to do that at lunch here. I'm sorry, not at lunch, but at the coffee time here, I'm going to actually do that. I'm going to set my fiddle zone to turn the flat line on, because that kind of will cue your eyes to make sure you check the arrow. Right, because that's like, I feel like that's maybe the hardest trick of that is to, okay, glance away, check the arrow, because it's easy to see this one, right? I've always got the direction filter in my eyes. It's literally right there next to my chart, but sometimes it's a little much to look to the right. Like, so I have my direction filter over here on the left. Now, this isn't exactly the ideal layout. I have this laid out this way because it's better for the live stream for you guys. I wouldn't set it up this way. I would actually put this together over here on the right hand side so that I only have to look to the right, and then I see both of them, our two pillar filter there side by side over on the right. So I only have to check one. So if I got a red here, I want to see a red arrow, right, to be able to make a red play. It's really simple then. Then it's red, 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 right? I want 3 reds, or I want 3 greens. Pretty easy then, right? But the flatline filter, if you got a flatline indicator that came across, it's like, okay, we're right in the middle of the fiddle zone, then don't fiddle in the middle, which is kind of where we're at right now, right? I mean, we're right on the flatline. Look at this, like it's nasty right now, right? I don't want to touch this right now, but if I'm going to, I need to be in the direction of the arrow, but sometimes that arrow is shifting quick like this, especially around that flat line. So another one of those where the flat line, by the way, if anybody wants to know, is that, see that little double seamed line that I've got? Mine is, I got it kind of McDonald's red and yellow there, red on yellow, kill a fellow type of scenario there in the middle. So if we're hitting, okay, well now we're growing, there we go. So now we're outside of the fiddle zone, getting up and out of there. Now things become a little more snappy. All right, let's see what we got here.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 34. Upper bands touch.
There's 1010. All right, so we got that whole coloring. Speaking of coloring in the background, so if you're wondering what that gnarly brownish color, it's the coffee color. All right, so coffee has spilled on my charts, folks. We are now on the other side of coffee time. So let's talk lessons here. Let's do a lesson here on, since we already were talking about the no fiddle zone anyways, and the market is moving a little too fast for me really to make a change to my chart right now. If I were to go into my indicator saying things could lock up, I really technically would need to disconnect first, but I don't want to do that. Market volatility is super high. I do want to be watching here for trade opportunities if they do show up. However, let's talk about no fiddle zones. Wait, let me do the other one first, since we already talked about that one. And then plus the market might slow down a little bit here between 1010 and 1030 here, maybe, where I can make that adjustment. But I do want to add the flat line component of the no fiddle zone filter on my chart. So let me pick another item for us to go over. Oh, how about that DDSR? We had a DDSR today, so that would be appropriate.
34.
Okay. So again, if you're in our video bank or whatever, you can see these like this, and you'll see the titles right over here. So we'll go over here and we're going to talk about the delta shift. Let's get into the documentation so you'll also understand how to walk through any documentation that we might be working on here. I'm going to duplicate my tab here. And if you're going straight to the website, hit algoboxpro.com and click documentation at the top, which will then take you to docs.algoboxpro.com. And let's go down here into our teaching training video. Layout, weird spot.
Double delta NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 34. Double delta NQ on the 4.
Okay, so if you're ever looking for a topic, you can go up here into the top right on the AlgoBox documentation. You'll see this up at the top here, and click Ask Questions. So one of the ones that we were just talking about was the DDSR, Double Delta Shift Reversal. There it is. There's a DDSR example. Double Delta Shift Reversal. Let's go ahead and view that one by clicking the link right next to it. So the way our documentation is laid out, you can read about it, of course. Then you'll get a visual representation. We try to do everything highly visual. I think that a picture's worth 1,000 words. So even this is like reading multiple paragraphs of information and details, in my opinion. So you know what we're looking for. On the chart, we are looking for 2 giant yellow verticals that say ready I'm sorry, they say delta shift on these because they are delta shifts. Most of the time they will say ready up. We've changed it from ready up because people were getting confused when they say, like my phrase is, all right, ready up, get ready. And people would say, well, it says ready up, so I should be looking for a long. I understand the confusion, so we changed it to just say ready now instead of ready up. Okay, so oftentimes after a double delta shift, it can be just like a standard ready DD, which is what it's showing here, where get ready to take the next play. So a double delta shift can still be read as a take the next play. This one happens to show an example of take the next signal after the double delta shift, which I used to say ready up, but all that means is not necessarily up, okay? But it just means get ready, okay? So I could say get ready, take the next play, boom. So we can use it like that, but there's also the DDSR verticals, and by the way, this is just showing the settings that you can go and change, so you can check that out in the details of the example there. Here is a live example, DDSR. Now this one happens to also come in with an Enigma, so that's kind of cheating there. But on a pure double delta shift, I can take a reversal opportunity off of one of those. Now the stop on those goes below the text. So the way that this works is as we draw the text of the ready DD, the stop goes below the word ready DD. Or if it's a short, it's going to go above the word ready DD, right? Let's go into a quick video on the DDSR. We'll do a DDSR lesson here. Let's see, this will full screen. So let's go to a full 4K layout, training full 4K, and let's play with some full screen here.
Enigma short on the NQ3, lower bands touch double del on NQ4.
What if you could spot potential large-scale institutional trading activity? The double delta shift reversal, or DDSR, from AlgoBox reads the tape in real time so you don't have to. A delta shift occurs when a new prominent delta flag emerges in the opposite direction of the previous one. This can indicate large, non-retail participants' order flow activity, signaling a potential reversal in market direction. When 2 delta shifts appear in close succession within an accumulation zone, it may indicate a DDSR setup. This setup gains strength when aligned with structural elements like harmonics, trend channel highs or lows, or fib dots, and is further reinforced by order flow events such as Enigma or Alpha Omega crosses. Here's the DDSR in action. 2 yellow delta shift vertical bars appear closely together, situated within a consolidation range. Now it's time to assess the next potential trade setup. The key, another AlgoBox signal appears. In this case, an Enigma signal emerges, adding confluence to the analysis and suggests the potential. Traders should consider following their chosen entry strategies rules for stops, targets, and other trading management aspects. To build confidence in recognizing DDSR setups, practicing in NinjaTrader's market replay can be invaluable. Start your free 2-week trial today and experience the full power of the AlgoBox system. Enroll in our 8-session boot camp to accelerate your learning. Tune in to our live streams for live insights and strategy breakdowns. See you in the next video.
All right. Any questions around the DDSR? You guys got the DDSR sorted and figured out? If you got questions on that, pop them there in the chat. I'm going to cover one more concept here this morning. We did talk about doing the fiddle zone, and it feels like the market has calmed down a little bit, so hopefully that is helping us out. So I already had this one queued up here, so I'm just going to bring this one on over. So let's talk about the no fiddle zone. All right, picture's worth 1,000 words. This is kind of telling you, don't fiddle in the middle, one of our famous phrases around here. Now, you might be going, what is all of that? What are all these drawings going on? What's happening here? Why are all these arrows pointing at things? What this is trying to indicate, and this is why I said earlier, it can be a little busy if you have these turned on, which is why I kind of have them turned off, because I'm like, I got enough information on the chart, but sometimes you can have prolonged zones of the no fiddle zone, where you can project this down to the lower time frame. And I'm going to put this on my own chart here in just a moment. Operations filtering, the no fiddle zone example. Okay, was this the flat line? No, it's just set to a different color, the example that they use there. Okay, so it normally is going to look probably a little bit more like this one, where it's an entire zone that you can almost kind of avoid. So all this area here in gray, in the gray area, kind of call about the don't play in the gray, right here on the lower time frame. So we can avoid plays that show up in there. This is just showing that, you know, real close there, and it's also pointing out as the arrow shifts where it might be a place where it's like, okay, now we're finally maybe coming out of the fiddle zone. Watch it come out of the fiddle zone up top here.
Prior, a build of 44.
Boom, now we're outside of it for a moment, right? So if a play showed up right there, I might be able to take a quick play. Another spot where we go outside of the fiddle zone, and now the fiddle zone on the lower time frame clears the area. So basically you want to take plays in here. Yes, we don't want to take plays in here. That's the way the no fiddle zone works. So you're not having to kind of go, well, are we in the fiddle zone? Are we not in the fiddle zone? Sometimes the market is so fast, it will just draw it there for you, right? Let's see if this one is doing the flat area. No, this just has a different color set to it.
From inflation is still really significant.
Okay, so just another example there.
Double delta NQ on the 4. Double delta NQ on the 9.
This is part of the MACV chart no fiddle zone, just in general, talking about the no fiddle zone in general.
Fed meetings with an open mind.
Okay, so I always have these turned on. I almost forgot that this was an option, but the standard deviations away from the mean. So if you turn this on, which I always have these on, this is basically a setting that I always want on. That's going to be these little light highlighted lines right here. So those little dashed white lines, I'm looking for peaks to come up into those standard deviation points. And you'll learn about the masher strategy later on, where we look to the left and go, okay, well, which peak is probably going to be the most important right now? And we're not going to go over that here today. You'll go deep dive into that if you go into our training section. This is showing where you can change the color there. You saw it in two different colors earlier. You can do the, oh no, I'm sorry, this is different. This is the golden zone highlighting the no fiddle zone right there. So I'm going to hit pause on that for a second. So the no fiddle zone, I almost always have this turned on as well. I don't know why you wouldn't turn this on, but the show region highlight selection will make sure you've got that turned on. You can change the opacity, so if you want to change its color, like I said, I have it kind of colored to gold. I have seen some people, it looks really neat. Some people have it colored purple. That kind of looks pretty neat, but everybody's got their preferences on that, and there's, of course, a lot of red-green colorblind folks here out there, and we do have some color variations there that can help you out. Even in the dots area, we do have colorblind friendly themes if you want to look at those, even on the fib dots. So if you're a person needs to make those changes, those are there as well. Okay, so now the no fiddle zone settings here. The 0 zone calculation, I believe we've renamed that. It is called the flat zone now instead of the 0 zone. There was a time where it's like, well, we're at the 0 line, so we called it the 0 zone. It's like a little zone around the 0 line, but now I call it the flat line. So you will probably see it in the current version. It says the flat zone in there, and you can make that a different color. So right here, you can see a difference where the zone, the whole zone, is slate gray, but like what Brian was just saying, Brian Tanake was saying that he likes to only have the 0. So if you're wondering, here's Brian down here talking, and he said, I like to have the 0 line indicator on. He's talking about this one right here where it's set to dark orange and it's 10%, which means around, I want 10% around that flat line to give me the indication. Highlight the section, 10% to the left and 10% to the right, to make sure that I've got something on my chart to indicate that I'm right in that flat zone area. And I'm actually going to turn it on myself here on my own chart settings here in just a moment, so you'll be able to see that. Now, I've got a longer video here. We do not have a no fiddle zone indicator video yet. Our video edit team, they're way better at making things than I am. They're working on one of the professional ones, but I've got the Vinny version right here if you want to see more around that. And this is, by the way, how all of our documentation is laid out. You go up at the top, you will see the text writing, and there's text writing in between. If you don't understand something in here, which even myself, I was like, okay, which part was this again? That's okay. Maybe scroll all the way down to the bottom, watch maybe the video first, press play on it, let me walk you through, talk you through, and then maybe these explanations will help you out. And there's little keys that along the way if you want to pay attention to the little things that are highlighted inside of the documentation. So hopefully that helps you out as well. All right, so it's 10:10, it's coffee time. We are 5 minutes to 10:30, so I got 5 minutes for open mic. If you guys got any questions, I'm going to hop into the open mic on the left-hand side of Discord. So just click on the open mic area in there if you want to come have a chat with me. It's open for a chat here for 5 minutes. And then at 10:30, I'm going to go and grab that coffee. And don't forget, 2 o'clock here today, I'm going to do a review of all the trades that I took today. And if you're new with us, you want to get some teaching and training, I'm going to go through some tips and tricks. My goal with the 2 o'clock training session is to get you 3 strategies that you'll be ready to hop in with us and trade tomorrow. If you're hopping in tomorrow with us on the live stream, you'll be ready with 3 trade setups where you install the 2-week free trial. You can take, maybe we'll do the HMD and the 2-finger salute, and maybe probably an Enigma almost every single time. I'm going to make sure you guys know the Enigma because that is one of my favorites, and it is an AlgoBox special. So check us out there at 2 o'clock today for the training. Make sure you are inside of our Discord chat where I will announce it. And I believe that it's going to be unlisted, and we might only be doing that inside of the stage on Discord. We will announce it in the public chat area where that will be. So make sure you are in there in the public chat, and there will be a little sign up sheet for getting into the afternoon trainings with us if you are new. All right. So we got 5 more minutes. If anybody's got any questions, pop it in the chat there, or come on the mic if you're like, I don't want to type this all the way out, I just want to talk to Vinny. I've got open mic here. I'm going to turn the volume back up here on
double delta NQ on the 4.
The platform here, and let's see if we've got any final plays here before 10:30. We've got 3 minutes. There's a Super AO in the red zone here. I could take a slap at that. Yep, there it goes. Nice little easy one on the Super AO.
5%, and the Nasdaq up 2 spots.
Now, we should be scalping against the strong buy, right? Currently, we're against strong buy, so if I'm going to take that Super AO, I'm only looking for target 1, right? 20 ticks, that's it, on my target 1 here on the 4s.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ.
Hey, thanks, Stash. Really appreciate that. It's a bit of a juggle sometimes, but it gets... The juggle struggle is real. It gets easier over time. In the settings, orange of the 0 line. Yes, in fact, you know what? That'll probably be my last thing I do. I'm going to do an example of putting it on my chart right now. I said I was going to do that, didn't I? All right, so I'm going to right-click, go to indicators. Now, this is a little dangerous when the market is moving hot, okay? Sometimes it lets me get away with it. I hope this is going to be one of those days where it lets me get away with it, but the market is very hot right now, so we'll see. It let me in. Yay, thank you, NinjaTrader. You let me in. All right. I'm going to add the no fiddle zone. So up here at the top, we're looking for the AlgoBox _ no fiddle zone.
Upper bands.
Let's see.
Upper bands.
No, let me know. There it is. No fiddle zone. Right here. Now, the way this works with NinjaTrader, on the left, you see the available indicators, and then you have configured. We want it to be configured. So I want to take it from this basket up here down into my configured basket down here. So to do that, I like to just double click it. There's several ways to do that, but I'm going to double click it. Boom. Now it comes down here into my configured list of things that are on my lower time frame chart. All right, so I'm going to click on the no fiddle zone. Now up here, the options, it has the show fiddle zone is currently turned off because, again, like I said, this gets a little, in my opinion, I don't like the gray zone, so by default I have mine off. But what I care about is this flat line area right here. Okay, so on the flat zone, which is still, no, I guess in this zone, no, I didn't rename it. Okay, so the 0 zone color right here, I kind of like the bright orange. I'll leave it for the orange, and I'm going to tighten mine up a little bit. I just want it right at 5%. So the default is 10%. I'm going to set it to 5%. So that's one of those little settings that I'm going to make a quick change there on 5%, and now I should see some zones show up there. There is an audio filter on that as well, but I feel like that gets a little chatty, so I'm not going to do that. The other item here that I care about is the algo bar size. Now, pop quiz. What is the bar size for the MACV on the NASDAQ? This is a very advanced level question. Don't worry, don't sweat it if you don't know the answer to this question, because this is only if you have been through the super premium members training and you took some notes, okay? But it should be kind of configured for you, or you can follow along in the public chat here. But this should be 9. That's right. Those of you guys, I see the people typing the 9 in the chat, you know. So I'm going to hit the drop down here, and I'm going to select algo bar 9s for the bar size that we care about for the MACV filter. So what this is asking is, which MACV size do you want to configure? So I'm going to go ahead and select 9 on that, and I'm going to hit OK. And then once again, pray to the little g NinjaTrader gods that this applies to your chart while the markets are on. I do not recommend configuring things while you are connected to data feeds. On occasion, it will let you get away with it. Other times, it may lock up on you. It's just a NinjaTrader thing. But let's see if it's going to let me get away with one here without locking me up. Oh, it's already feeling... did it let me? Yay!
On the feed for those interested.
It did it. Beautimus. All right. So now I've got these bright orange spots here that will remind me as we cross through those zones that I really need to. If we're touching anywhere close to these little orange lines now, orange verticals on the background colorings, if we're touching on any one of those, I need to be looking at 2 things. What are they? Nerd and arrow, right? The nerd and the arrow. Then I'll know my filter for the direction of taking a play. And of course, what are the plays? One more time before we go, make sure you print out a cheat sheet for yourself. And remember, you don't have to master everything on day 1. Just master 4 or 5 of these to make them your own. Look for the plays in the direction of the order of operations with the 2 filters and our 2-pillar entry, which is what? Again, I want to stack confluences, but to be a valid entry at all, we trade nothing alone. Except for the Enigma, okay? The Enigma, sometimes I'll just take the Enigma straight up. But I'm just saying you should have something else along with it. One of our phrases around here is trade nothing alone. We want to stack some confluences, right? But you don't have to be perfect to be profitable. Play the game, learn how to play it. If you want to play it the way I do, welcome aboard. 2 o'clock, I will see you guys for some training this afternoon or tomorrow morning. I'll see you right back here. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. People are missing the notifications bell. I saw that only 3% of people have all notifications turned on. So make sure you got that set for yourself. I'll catch you in the next one.